It's certainly much better. I think maybe, not sure today, maybe tomorrow he's going to be joining us in training. I'm not sure, I don't think he's going to be involved in the game tomorrow, but he's looking quite good for the weekend. So we are pleased because it's such an important player for us. Well, I'm sure it will be a big night for him, for sure. It was very similar to me when I first came with West Ham many years ago, and so I'm sure he's very much looking forward to playing the game tomorrow. And to be honest, we are looking forward as well. We're very pleased to welcome him. He's a legend at the club. He's done so much for the club, and we really wish him he continues to do well as a coach. On a personal note, I can always say it's been a pleasure for me to have him as a companion many years ago. We spent some time together, not only on the pitch but also on the training ground, and he is no surprise for me that he's doing well, and he's going to do well in the new role in football, because he's always had a great attitude towards the game, towards what has to be done to become good in this game. So very pleased, honestly very pleased. I'm looking forward. Sarri was known for a coach that works very hard with his team. He really pays attention to everything, and so I think the consequence of him doing well is because of his ability to work hard with his team. And on top of that, you have to add that the team is following his advices very well. The players are getting benefit from what they do. You can see, experience like, for example, Ross Barkley, also now Ruben that is growing up, and many other players, they are picking up very well. So it means that they are enjoying the type of football he's trying to implement here, and they find a lot of benefit. And so this is creating a good work environment, and the results are only a consequence of this.
Welcome then to Extra Time. Here we are. Welcome back, Alejandro Moreno.
Thank you.
Who was what was the name of the boat that you were cruising on?
Disney Magic.
Disney Magic.
Look
Yeah.
at you.
Here goes.
Hey!
Oh. Captain's dinner.
Beautiful.
You get a special visit from Mickey.
Very nice. And
Hey!
the Pirates.
Hey, hello, Mrs. Moreno.
All right. Okay.
Woo!
Oh, dear, right. No, don't. Oh, yes. I like the guy. Who's the guy at the table behind?
Obviously, he did not participate in the costume party.
Oh, dear.
There's nobody else dressed up.
No,
Your table. Look at all
No.
the background. She's dressed normally.
I think the party was afterwards.
You
We were ready
just
for it.
showed up a random Tuesday and thought, come give this dress up. This would be great.
I like it.
The deck party was afterwards.
How were the rum swizzles?
Very nice. Very very smooth.
What was Craig's first question about the cruise?
Did anybody go overboard?
Yeah.
Very positive.
Well,
process.
I have a bit of a phobia about these things. So I won't.
That's
I won't take kids on a cruise because I can't relax.
What's the cause of this phobia? Every phobia.
I'll tell you what the cause of the phobia is. Every now and again, I read about somebody falling over the board on a cruise liner.
Oh, and you can see yourself falling.
No, I can't see myself doing it. I worry about younger kids.
Oh, there we go.
It's a phobia.
This is very safe, though. Let's confirm that.
Yes. And we enjoyed it very much. Nobody went
Remember we
overboard.
did cruises? We used to do Super Bowl at sea. So
Yeah, I
every
remember
Super
that.
Bowl we'd go to sea.
I'm sure that it wasn't
What
as
happened?
kid-friendly as this
The
one was.
budget got slashed, didn't it?
Yeah, what happened is
Budgets.
Yeah.
good fun, wasn't it, Jack?
It was while it lasted.
And a lot of fans of the show on the cruise, by the way.
Oh,
Yeah.
hello.
A lot of
We'll be
people.
back.
Bruno, the lifeguard in Bermuda. That's my guy.
We're trying to get it back. The old cruises.
Hey, what was the strength of those? What were they called?
Yeah, rum swizzles.
Rum swizzle.
What
I
was
don't know, but they were smooth.
Well, you've got to check those.
You're
Alcohol
asking the
strength.
wrong man in body strength. You're asking the wrong man.
Very important. And did you tip Bruno?
The lifeguard? I usually don't tip my lifeguards, no.
Well, what if I save your life?
No.
After a few rubs.
You went,
Swizzle.
After a few rubs swizzles.
Ali's making it rain.
Oh, yeah.
see, if you'd have went overboard, the lifeguard wouldn't have came for you.
This was on the beach.
I would have went like
This was on the beach.
nah, he's
On the beach.
He's swimming. I'm not going from he never took the
Cruise lifeguards.
What's that?
Bruno was the lifeguard on the beach. Right.
Oh, he was on the beach.
Yeah.
Well, you know, the sharks could have come in. Anything. God, you've got to tip these people. Don't be so tight.
I tipped everybody else. I did not
You didn't tip
Bruno.
Bruno. You're waving at Bruno down the camera. He couldn't give a stuff.
Yeah.
He never get any money. He's probably on like
Hey,
peanuts.
Hey. and it's expensive to live in
And he's
Bermuda.
now like that. Bruno's now like that lot from FC
Yeah,
that I watch.
exactly.
He said, what they get paid, they won't even tip me. Tight. Right,
Right.
Steve Nicol. God, good job he never went down there.
Steve won't go in the sea though, will he?
No.
Because he scared himself once by doing the Jaws music.
Or the wife.
She won't go in either.
Right.
Right.
Been the same since he fell in that lake.
Yeah,
Oh, then his keys got delivered to him 10 years later.
oh, look, there's a set of glasses at the bottom of the pond. Oh, they'll post empty Massachusetts. They look like Steve's. I think there's a hole in that story somewhere.
I think there is. Okay, please bring back Burley's boiling point. Whatever happened to Burley's boiling point?
Nothing.
We haven't done one for years.
Yeah, because I
He's mellowed. He's mellowed. That's why.
haven't done one because I haven't got round to it. I'm building up. 18 months.
Some boil.
Oh dear.
I said to them, put me extra in my contract for boiling point. They said no. I said, right, okay.
There we go.
No, not really. We were looking for a sponsor for it, but it was too rude.
Sponsor was rude.
I might do once soon.
Oh, well,
I'll try. It's extra. It's hard work.
It's not that hard work.
It is. You're doing it next to me. It's damn hard work. Right. When I'll do one Monday.
Do you get up?
When's Monday?
When's Monday? Goodness me. This
Any
day-
big games this week?
Arsenal are playing someone, aren't they?
Oh, you just.
I'm sure they're playing someone.
Arsenal playing Liverpool.
What about Spain?
Spain, it's no internationals this week.
La Liga, I believe.
Oh, La Liga.
That's all right.
I dropped some keys in a lake in Wisconsin, and somebody fished them out, and they were like 150 foot down, and they just came through my door.
This is a story from yesterday's extra time. Be sure to check that out. Right, do you
check
guys
yes.
believe in aliens? Would they be interested in watching Manchester United play? Do you believe in aliens?
It's a very vast universe.
Yeah, there's got to be other life forms somewhere.
It would be rather
Yes.
arrogant from us to think that there's nothing else.
Yeah, there's got to be aliens around.
Why?
Why? Because it's so big.
It's too hot out there, isn't it? Do they tip? The aliens tip?
I don't know. Shaka?
There's life in Mars, you know.
Shaka used to work for NASA.
What do you mean it's too hot? Too hot where?
Outside the atmosphere. I've never seen it coming back in. It just burns in the atmosphere. That's how hot it is out there.
Outside of our solar system, there's got to be some life
Well,
form.
how far do you want to go?
We're going big!
Yes, I believe there are aliens.
There we go, good.
I saw some last night. It was a few beers, to be fair. Aliens in my
Oh
backside.
dear. The rum swizzles.
Yeah, you
There were no aliens with the rum whistle.
15 rum swizzles. I've never heard of that.
Well, Bear on a Toilet wants to know, best pure number 9 in Europe right now?
The guy that just scored a hat trick in the Classico.
Yes.
Take him.
Yeah, God, he had a good game.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Craig, you okay?
Oh, yeah, sorry. I'm just trying to get round that Twitter handle.
Yes, Bear on a Toilet.
Yeah, Suarez and then Icardi.
There we go. Burger or pizza? Which one would you have?
Oh, no doubt.
I go juicy burger.
Juicy burger?
Yeah.
How do you have it?
Medium well.
Medium well?
Yeah, and you can put a few other things on it.
What of
Cheese.
Bruno's? Do you tip?
Sliced
Do you have cheese?
avocado.
No pickles.
Do you have cheese? Do you have cheese in your burger?
Cheese.
Oh, yeah.
Sliced avocado.
I'm not cheese on my burger.
You leave a tip after that?
What? Yes.
I'll have
Hey,
burger over pizza.
I'll have you know
With cheese.
that I tip.
I wouldn't want to be hit
Very
for dinner
friendly.
with him when he runs out the restaurant
Oh,
after
my
not
goodness,
tipping.
here we go.
You'd have to put 30% down, don't you? Oh, jeez, be inexpensive.
Burger or pizza?
Oh, pizza. Love it.
You're very excited.
Proper
mate.
pizza. I'm not keen on burgers and stuff.
No?
What's proper pizza?
Nice, but I prefer thin crust. Italian. What are you, big doughy fat thing?
Nah, I like thin crust.
We're on the same page there. Then.
Yeah, but I go for burger. In
Good
this,
tip.
as far as this goes.
Do you tip when you go out, Shaq?
Yeah,
There we go.
yeah.
Me too.
I'm a 20% guy.
What about
What's the point?
what about lifeguards?
Yeah.
All right.
As long as I'm alive.
So if you're not, then
If I drown, he ain't getting a bean.
If you drown, does somebody tip for you?
If I drown, he's not getting a bean.
Well, he's not done his job then, is he?
Right, exactly.
That
He's
is
not getting a tip.
Right, that's enough. Come on, let's go home. ESPN FC returns tomorrow. There might even be some football for us to talk about. I don't know.
Hey!
If not,
Or aliens.
where do
Or
aliens?
aliens.
I don't think so.
They prefer burger or pizza?
Pizza.
And do they tip?
is he a lifeguard? It's no surprise that Lopetegui is gone, and it's hard for me to feel sorry for Julian Lopetegui because of the circumstances in which he put in the Spanish national team prior to the World Cup now. So he moves on. For Real Madrid, addressing specifically this tweet where are they need a rebuild or manager change, how about both? How about the fact that, yes, you need new leadership, but that new leadership has to have the time and the ability and the power to put together the team that he wants to see on the field. The challenge at Real Madrid is that you don't get time.
Sure.
Julian Lopetegui was never going to get time. No matter who the manager is, you're not going to get time. And so in comes Santi Solari, expected to do what with this group? Now, you may get a reaction for the next couple of games, and that may be just enough for them to say, you know what, we'll stay with Santi Solari for the remainder of the season. But that doesn't solve the problem that you didn't do anything to address the absence of Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo walked out that door, and Real Madrid did nothing to address it and say...
They brought in Thibaut Courtois.
Oh, well, in that case, yes. And so, to that point, when you have a personality like Ronaldo leave, you need to then bring in a talent that can match some of the productivity of Cristiano Ronaldo. They haven't done that. And then it's a team that undoubtedly is also getting older.
Yeah.
And you have to address it as well. But if you have Sergio Ramos being the one that is calling the shot behind closed doors, then it's difficult to address it because he is at the very core of some of the issues that Real Madrid are having right now.
You take a look at it. It was that weird statement that Real Madrid put out yesterday, basically saying, you know, we've got eight Ballon d'Or nominees within this squad. Whoever comes in has to do a good job with them because they've got all the talent there available. But as Ali rightly mentioned, this is an ageing squad.
It's an aging squad, but still a very talented squad. And ultimately, Real Madrid are only going to be judged by how they do compared to Barcelona. And yes, changes are needed, but I don't think you need to make wholesale changes, certainly not knee-jerk changes right now. I think one of the issues you're seeing in not replacing Cristiano Ronaldo is that the pressure that comes with being a Galactico, and somebody has to be able to carry that mantle in the way that Cristiano Ronaldo did, not just in terms of performances. And nobody has stepped up in terms of a strength of personality to be that leader that Real Madrid needs. Maybe it was supposed to be Sergio Ramos, or maybe everybody expected it to be Sergio Ramos, but given his own issues defensively, which we've spoken about, as a personality, it doesn't carry a whole lot of weight, especially when his chosen coach, Lopetegui, is the one who's failed them so far this season.
Who would you have, Ali, as coach? If you could just pluck anyone.
I know how you'd like. You've been talking about it for ages.
I think Arsene Wenger's a great choice. Have Arsene Wenger in, Raul or Xabi Alonso as your assistant, as someone who interacts with the players. Wenger's a great man manager. I think it works.
I agree to an extent, but you were slaughtering them for 3 years. Mind you, so was that.
I think the Arsene Wenger plan would work from the sense that if you listen and read to what some of the Real Madrid players are saying, including Sergio Ramos, he's mentioning things like hinting at the fact that they need a players manager.
Yeah.
The guy who's going to come in and just kind of organize certain things. Yes, but give us the freedom to be who we are, and we'll deliver the results for you. We don't need Antonio Conte here. We need a guy that will help us out and just kind of set us out there and let us be who we are. Where Arsene Wenger can be that in the short term. But in the long term, you need something more.
Well, it's just short term, that's fine.
Yeah, I don't think it's
short term.
some people would look at it and go, what, Arsene Wenger, everybody slaughtered him, including us, and, you know, he's over the hill. I think most people agreed that at Arsenal, he was done. But that doesn't mean all of a sudden you can't manage again. It's just that you need a change. The club needs a change, and you need a change. Don't think for 1 minute that his people are not on the phone to whoever's involved with Florentino Perez.
He'd want the job, wouldn't he? Surely.
Of course you would.
Absolutely. What an opportunity.
If I could have anybody on that list, still, I'd go for Mauricio Pochettino.
Right.
I don't think he's in place, certainly not till the end of this season, but all things being equal, I'm allowed any name on that list, that's who I'd go for.
What about our guy Santi? Is he not going to stick around? That's our guy.
Is Jan Oblak in your top 5 keepers?
What?
Slow day, Shaka, so why don't you give us your
We
top
could do
5
this on
goalkeepers?
a fast day if you like, Dan.
No.
But to answer Frankie's tweet, yes, Jan Oblak is in at
Don't
number 5.
don't go too quickly, because I'm super excited about this.
Okay.
Who's number 4?
Edison, Manchester City.
Right.
Number 3, the other Brazilian, Alisson. And there's a change at the top 2.
Thank you, everybody.
Number 2, David De Gea.
I know
At
that
number 1, Andre Ter Stegen.
Wow. Yeah,
He is
in
at
good
number
form
1 at long last.
So who's missing?
Buffon.
Who's missing?
Buffon. Buffon. Hey, that's hard for you.
So
That's
no
difficult.
Manuel Neuer.
Nah, he's. I mean, after you go, 8 months of last season, not being in the team, not a great summer to talk about, not a great start this season either.
No Courtois.
No.
No Keylor Navas.
Nope. No, well,
No Kepa at Chelsea.
Yeah.
nah, he's just outside. He can't get into that top 5. He's not getting
I
into
only
that top 5.
asked.
I'm just saying he can't get into that top 5.
right there.
I think he's good. He's a good shot stopper, but I think the other 5, their games are far more complete.
Rumour has it that Jose Mourinho will have £100 million to spend in January to help hold United and their campaign so far. The big question, I suppose, Mr. Burley, is would you trust Jose Mourinho with £100 million, considering where it's
Well, this is. Where was this story?
in the UK?
It wasn't on our website, was it?
Apparently.
Was it on our website?
I don't know. I didn't look at our website.
If it's on our website, okay. If it's not on our
Research.
website, then it's a nonsense. Because, you know, why are you going to spend £100 million in January when we've sat here and talked about it for donkey's years that you're not going to get the best players in January?
Okay.
So we can't even guarantee if Man United will be in the Champions League in January because they're in a tight group with Valencia. So how do they know who they're pitching to? So I don't buy it. What, 2 weeks ago he was getting sacked in 48 hours,
Right.
and that was the leaking from the club or Mourinho's people, but it was potential. And now all of a sudden he's getting £100 million in a transfer window that you don't tend to spend money.
But the Champions League ban's gone now, hasn't it? So you can buy players who've played in the Champions League. So that opens a little door.
Okay.
Would you trust him with the key?
No.
Well, personally, I wouldn't. But I think Manchester United have now boxed themselves into a corner where they have no choice. Either you replace Jose Mourinho sooner rather than later, which is going to cost you a pretty penny itself, or you back him in terms of signings in a way that he wants, and at very least stops him from complaining about his squad and the lack of spending of the club and lack of support. But as I say, I think Manchester United have now given themselves only one decision to make in that regard.
If they didn't, according to Jose Mourinho, back him in the summer, then why, if you're Manchester United, go and do it in January? It just doesn't make any sense. Financially, it doesn't make any sense. You know you're going to have to overpay in January for players that are not worth the money. And you're going to go reach for players that, oh, by the way, may or may not work out. Alexis Sanchez, he was supposed to be the solution. Not so much. That hasn't worked out. And you can say that about many of the players that Jose Mourinho has gone after. So if he is barely hanging on to his job, giving him more money is not the solution.
So no.
Yeah, I think that's a solid no.
Solid no from everyone, pretty much.
Yeah.
Should we move on?
Yeah.
Okay.